Hi guys. Hello guys. How are you guys doing? I am so glad you're here. Welcome to Magical Notes by Manisha. I hope you guys are doing well. I am very mind boggled and confused and just so much has happened like in just 1 hour. I have just sat here probably more than an hour. I'm having kind of trauma because I have had to figure out this mic setup and this camera setup, angle, quality. I mean, I forgot my whole creativity in this jumble, but it's okay. I'm just gonna talk my mind right now. Being a creative is definitely a little hard. And like I was having this thinking as I like just I think like day before yesterday I actually filmed my first YouTube podcast episode and restart of the podcast, right? Yeah, I'm having a lot of second doubts on if things are working right now. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah. Yeah, so I was having this how am I going to do it, or like I don't want to monetize. I mean, I see. I want to monetize this in the sense like I want everyone to listen to me. I want people to understand my ideas, and I want to convey really beautiful ideas to the world, and actually just speak my mind out as much as I can because I love to speak. As I mentioned, if you guys know me, you guys will get to know me. I am a speaker. I love to speak. I am closing my eyes right now because I am trying to calm myself down before we fully get into what we will actually be talking about. Because even I don't fully know what we're going to talk about. Okay, so hello, guys. It is the end of 2025, isn't it? I'm sure you guys are going to be like, I can't believe 2025 has ended. And honestly, even me, same. But for me, 2025 was it was see as much as I feel like oh my god I can't believe 2025 is ending, but I feel like I still felt 2025 because I did so much this year. I did so many things this year. But also, as I was thinking from the past week or so, I was like, do I want to make a vision board? Because I mean, my goals are pretty much still the same. And then I was thinking, I don't even know if I did much this year, even though I did do a lot this year, but I was like, did I like was it worth it? Was it enough or whatever? I'm sure a lot of us go through something like that and we're like we didn't do much even though we might have actually done a lot. Some of you guys might be like I genuinely did nothing. I was just at home and like I just went to uni or I just did home chores or I don't know, I just went to work or whatever. Depending on your age. And I get that. But I feel like that happens to a lot of us because we don't recognize ourselves, we don't see how far we have come, we don't see what we are doing per se, like even though we may realize it in the back of our mind that yes I did this, I did that, and I have come this far, I have done this, I have done that. But I feel like it is very easy for us to forget what we were and what we are right now. So I was then journaling, okay? I was journaling in my journal and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna journal about, but then I realized that I'm just gonna do a little yearly recap on what has happened each month and that I did, but I've not finished it yet. And like it was a little a lot and I was like I just stopped it in the half and then I came back the next day. I was like forget that for now. We will I hope the camera is good, guys. Please help me. Oh, okay. God, please help me. Anyway, so oh my god. Oh no no no! Please help me. This is gonna take a time for me to get used to it. Okay, you guys need to be with me because you guys are gonna love this journey. Anyway, what was I saying? yeah, so I came back, I journaled, and I was like, let's just talk about the positives of the year, because this year has definitely been very, very, you know what I mean? This year has definitely been like that. And I was like, pata nahi kya kya maine is saal, ya like what did I do? If you guys know Hindi. Um, so 2025 has been a whole lot of a ride, and I know every year is a ride, but so as I was reflecting, I realized that I did so much, and then I came up with this quote that if you don't take the time to reflect your life, life will blur you. If you don't take the time to reflect your life, life will blur you. And that is what I think everyone goes through at a lot, like a huge chunk of their life. People, hello? Is it working? I hope so. People forget how much they have done. People forget what they have achieved. People forget how important they are. I so I came up with this and I was like, "Oh my god, that is so true," because I didn't take the time to reflect per se fully this year, even though that was kind of my goal in this year. Like I wanted to get into journaling, but not that deeply as well. But I stopped doing it because there is a pain that comes with journaling. And I think I think that when you are like when life feels so chaotic, you don't, and like so messy, especially in the head, you don't want to take the time to journal, because you don't want to, like, you know how much everything has affected you. You don't want to give it more power by journaling, you know? I feel like that is not talked about enough. And I mean, I've still not processed that information yet, but I want to like dig into that a little bit more in the future, or even now, I don't know, whatever comes up, okay? So, life is a story, and when one does not read the story patiently and freely, like with liberty, with exhale, then it's blurry. Like you don't see clarity, you don't see what you have done, you don't see what you have achieved. And that is what I realized with, like, I guess my end of year reflection. Another is like, you need to take time, even though it is very scary to take the time out, because it does get scary when everything is very different, or when you are having so many talks in your own head, in like dilemmas, lifestyle changes. It gets scary, but I think one has to take up the time. It's hard in the moment, but at least if you cannot do it every day, if you even cannot do it every week, let's try to do it every 2 weeks or every month, because that way you're not just focusing on one emotion, you're focusing on a bigger picture as a whole. So I want to tell you, that is why a lot of us feel like this year was trash, or every single year you're like, I've done a little bit, but I'm not done that much, blah 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 blah. But no, you did. And also, it's not just about the material factors, is it? Yes, material factors are very important, in the sense, like, it's not just about how many awards you achieved, or how many things you did, or how much this you did, or how much grades you got, or how much input output. It's not just the productivity in, like, there's an, I mean, productivity is a normal concept, but economics defines productivity as the amount of input that you put in, and in relation to that, how much output you got. This is not the perfect definition, but whatever, you get the idea. It's not just about how much raw materials you have put in and how much output you have got, how much profit you have made. It's life. Life is not economics. Life is not a business. Life is not an input output journey, because life is very tandemous, it's very wavy, it's very flowy, and you need to let it be that way. Stop controlling your life to very small extent, okay? Let yourself go. And moreover, I want to say that we have not, like we always feel like we did not do enough, because like as soon as I started journaling and like literally putting things down as facts or as what has experiences, I realized that, oh my god, I have done so much this year. What is wrong with me? Why was I even thinking that I've not done anything this year? This was the year that I started to cook. This was the year because cooking, like I was very away from cooking because I didn't want to necessarily put my energy and focus into that yet. But circumstances made me to do that. And I didn't even necessarily do it from a place of, oh, I have to do it. Because I never want to do things because I have to. I want to do things because I want to. I want to do things because I love it. I want to do things with passion because that is when life becomes romantic. Anyway, so I was like, this is the year I started to learn cooking. And also, this is the year that I had so many dilemmas, so much change. And I genuinely went through something really big this year that was a little kind of tragic at first, but very magical because I came out of it positively. But because of God's grace, but I'm just saying, like, we don't understand the feeling side of things. Like, we understand it, and I feel like a lot of us have gotten better, but even if we get it, we're still always measure our worth of the year with the level of awards, with the level of money, or with the level of grades or whatever you have, or with the level of deals you have signed this year, if you're a businessman, or even if you're not, even if you are a minister or whatever. We do that, and I get that. It's because life is like, the society has made life like that. Understandable, very understandable, and honestly important. But यार कहाँ जाओगे इतना सब कुछ लेके? Like, the translation is, where will you go with just the material things, with just your achievements? Because there's also like internal achievements, right? There's also internal achievements. There's internal battles that every single person out there goes through. So that is what I want to firstly address, that stop yourself. Stop yourself from this trap forever, please. I am not against productivity. I am not against not doing things. I am not against those things. Like, no, I love them. Like, I do it too, but I feel like it gets hard to do them, and valid, but it gets hard because you don't let yourself go. See, I let myself go for like just 4 days or 5 days or a week, and I suddenly started podcasting. I wanted to do it. I genuinely wanted to do it, but like from a very long time, but I just never got the time. And Tika, I never got the time, but it's valid. My lifestyle is very busy. But it's not just about that. I mean, it is actually, a very big extent is about that, but if I hadn't let myself go, then I wouldn't be here sitting and filming my podcast episode. And that is what creativity is. And I feel like we all are supposed to be creative. I will make another episode on that. And I don't necessarily mean do a podcast, do this, do that. Like, no, I'm not talking about that, but I will talk about that in another episode. So if we, so I don't know, I've actually, so as I was like, planning this podcast out, I just wrote something. So I'm just gonna like read them a little bit, okay? So we feel life. We have not done much. Oh, no. We feel like we have not done much in our life, or just this year, for example, not necessarily because we did not do much, but rather because we did not see much. By see much, I mean we didn't see ourselves, our true selves. Our experiences are so beautiful, but we don't acknowledge them. Um, Even if they are painful, they are beautiful. If we truly see what we have gone through, not with a sense of pity, but rather with a sense of joy, or fact checking, and I guess some extent of neutrality and not just being very like mm, very positive or very negative. Go with neutrality. Yeah. We will realize what we really are, what we have really become. And we will I think that allows us to stop judging ourselves first. Like, okay, when you go into this reflection mode, you need to stop judging yourself. Remove your beliefs that you did this, you did that, you did good, you did bad. Remove them. And when you go into this reflection process, go in with this state of joy, sense of like freeness, and sense of fact checking, and just, I guess, some sort of passion, and definitely neutrality. Don't even be very positive, don't even be very negative, because that allows you to just ground yourself and be like, see, neutrality is not a state of non positivity. It's definitely not a state of non negativity, but no, it's definitely not a state of negativity, but neutrality is not a state of non positivity. It's a very grounding feeling, I guess, and it's very hard to get. And when I don't necessarily have it pretty much most of the time, but um, this is my analytical side as well, thinking. So go into it with neutrality, and then we will realize who we are, what we have done. And I was thinking, like before this, like I was like, I did many things, but I'm not sure if it was enough and stuff like that. I'm just gonna read it, okay? So I was thinking, yeah, I did things, some different and big things this year. I really did. But I don't know. I am not sure if it is big enough or good enough, right? Because I almost forgot the inner battles, transformations, or realizations and the challenges I had whilst doing these new or the same old things. Because every day is not the same, and every year is definitely not the same. And this year was very innerly different. It's a lot this year for me, inner work and stuff, but it was not even like I was working on myself like that, but I was going through a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. I did do big things whilst doing these. Like, I went to, I did different conferences, I did different competitions, and I didn't win all of them. I didn't get awards in all of them. And that kind of makes me a little like, I wish I got awards and everything. I get that. But I also learned so much from them. And I know we all say this, we didn't get awards, so we learned. But I truly did learn. And it's so cliche, but it's all in the process. We have to trust the process, because it's either you trust it or you're not. And which one is better, trusting it? Because if you don't trust it, then you're sad. You're very worried. Like, why am I not trusting it? And stuff like that. So, no, I don't know what I just said there, but I think it was intellectual enough. Like, if you don't trust the process, then you will not trust the process. And that's a very negative state to be in. And what is the point of life when you're in that kind of negative state? Do you get what I mean? What is the point of life when you are in that kind of negative state? Because you're not happy. And if life is not about being happy, what else it is about? We all are searching for happiness. And this is another topic tandem, but yeah, so this is my one of my, I will come back to that later. Okay, anyway. So we need to really go into this with the state of neutrality and just write out the things you did, but not necessarily in terms of what you did, like this, I did cooking, I did this, I did that, I started a podcast. It's not just that, but in a very philactic way. Let me try to find something for my journal. Give me a minute, please. So I'm just gonna read something out, okay? This was the year where I grew closer to knowledge, books, therapy, love, bravery, wisdom, Ishwar, God, basically the same thing. This was the year where I made my room a little more aesthetic with the lamps, flowers. This was the year where I learned to edit a bit more better and made my dream type of videos a little bit on my vlog channel more dreamy like than before. And this, like those videos, so okay, this was the year where I learned to edit a bit more better and made my dream type videos. This is like 100K subscribers editing. This was the year where when I learned to cook, one that I never thought I would cook, because I never thought I will cook, at least this soon. This was the year I learned to be alone more, travel alone, learn to be happy, and not get scared no matter what the thoughts and what the circumstances are. This was the year I quit Pilates for a while and then came right when I did not expect it to come back to me. That too, even better, with my dad. I go to Pilates with my dad now, reformer Pilates. This was the year I started to build my relationship with other people in my life. So I'm going to stop there reading my journal. But anyway, so this is when I came up with, if you don't take the time in your life, if you don't take time out of your life to reflect, life will blur you, because you will go through these experience and this, things will just start blurring, like you'll forget the things you have done. Okay, forgetting bad things is okay, but still you need to know them a little bit to learn wisdom out of them. But you will start to forget even the good things. And then poof, you'll be like, you'll only remember the big things, like, oh, I went to China for my conference, oh, I went to this conference, and oh, okay, yeah, I got A's in my exam. Like, that's it. And that too, even if that A's is there, I don't necessarily acknowledge it that well, because that's my expectation. But I do not, even though I know in the moment that I've gone through so much pain while I was doing it, I forget that and I'm like, okay, I got it, move on with life. You see, you need to be more introspective, and that is when experiences will not blur. And when experiences don't blur, you will realize that you have done so much this year. So in the end, I want to say that we need to take time to reflect the whole year at least. Like, you know what? I'm going to try to reflect more often. Not every day, because that's not my type, but at least right now, maybe every month for sure. Like, I want to try a little bit, if not every month, every 3 months or so. Like, look at the bigger picture. Guys, look at the bigger picture. What you have overall done, overall achieved, overall felt, overall gone through. That is when life will feel worth it. That is when life will feel meaningful. That is when life will feel like you did something. I am so glad that I told this out, because everyone goes through this. Everyone goes through this. And this was just my snippet of realization that because we let ourselves feel this way, we let life blur us. And that is why we feel like this, like that we didn't do enough, but we are enough. Thank you so much for listening to me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little podcast episode. Please, it will mean the world to me. Please like, share, subscribe, and listen to me on Spotify as well on the go. And please be with me on this journey. We will do amazing things together. I just want to have so much fun. So I want to, like, I want to have so much fun. I don't want this to be a very, like, um output oriented kind of platform as well. I want this to be more introspective and calmer and more like coming back to home. We are coming back to home with this podcast. We are coming back to ourselves with this podcast. I don't want this to be a very, very, like action, action, action type of a podcast, because we need to take time in our life to be non-action oriented as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Please rate the podcast a 5-star, and I love you guys so, so much. Please let me know how you guys found this episode. Please comment down below and tag me on your stories at the at ma- I don't remember the exact handle. I'll just put it on top if I have time, but of course it's in my channel. It's at magicalnotes.pod or at the magicalnotes.pod. I think it's at magicalnotes.pod. And yeah, and also I have another Instagram. You can tag me there as well. Love_learn50. My studygram, lifestyle type of thing. And I have another YouTube channel, Manisha's Magazine. Please go check out me over there as well. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.